And that BAM, that's B-A-M, BAM. That's an acronym, B-A-M for blessings in there. Everybody say BAM. He says, just that quick, the Lord had done his work. He says, verse 51, and was now going down, his servant met him and told him, saying, thy son liveth. 52. Then inquired he of them the hour when he began to mend, and they said unto him, yesterday. Okay, yesterday. At the 7th hour, the fever left him. Yeah. Verse 3. So the father knew that it was the exact same hour. In other words, while he was talking to Jesus on yesterday is what he's getting the report of. That's when it happened. That's amazing. That same hour. In which Jesus said unto him, thy son liveth, and himself believed. That's the key. He also believed at that moment. And his whole house, in other words, they got saved, if you will. Okay, the little boy was the illness that was sick unto death, but the whole house needed something. That's like some folk, you look at some folk in hospital wards in Providence and Spring Hill Mobile Infirmary, they're sick with something, but listen, that they've been diagnosed, so you walk in the halls, you just haven't been diagnosed. Oh, bless the name of the Lord. I want to talk about a noble father. Shake somebody's hand and say, a noble father. Thank you so kindly. You may be seated in the house of the Lord. Now listen, this is a short message, so you can beat the other folks, church folks, to pick a dinner and feed your father. Right? On Mars, the way to do it. Right? The Lord encountered here a nobleman, and now my gravity does not mean a lack of gravity. Amen. It doesn't have to be long; it just needs to be strong. Talk to me, somebody. Jesus meets people, thank God, where they are. We talked a little bit about that this morning and ministered to them. Here, a loving father sought the help for his son. A wise father knows where to go when their children are in need. So fathers who bring their children to Jesus truly show their love for them. In fact, that is all of the trinkets and toys and PlayStations and Nintendos and Toys R Us and everything you give them, ain't nothing greater you can give than their soul being saved. Amen. I promise you, all of the Nintendos and Sega games and get this, and cell phones go one day either get lost, go out, or they can't find the battery for it. Okay? So I don't care how many gadgets and gadgets it got to on it or whatever, there's nothing better than getting them to Jesus. Somebody say amen. Look at here. First thing I want to lift for you in this passage is that it shows a noble father focused on the Lord. Everybody say focused on the Lord. All right. In verses 45 and 46 here, Jesus had been in Galilee and returned to Cana. Now listen, if folk had not remembered any other miracle that Jesus had done, they don't remember this one, because it was in Cana that he took 6 water pots. Come on, and changed not only the color but the content. He turned water into wine. And you know, good church folk, if they don't remember nothing else, they know what a liquor is. And so when Jesus is just walking the street, when other folk would be rumor mongering, shoo and hush, if they remember, oh yeah, he the one gave us the stuff. Yo, dog! Hook a brother up. All right, okay. If they don't remember anything else. And so this was the place where he performed his first miracle. He returns there and attention of in the crowd of the others who were just talking about who the brother of was this nobleman, this father. His son's sickness sent him searching for Jesus. What good news it must have been for him that Jesus had returned, leaving Capernaum, and he headed for Payne-A to find Jesus. What do you do when your children are in need? I tell you what you ought to do is you ought to find a way to get them to Jesus. The sickness is, if you will, just a symbolism of the fact of living with any kind of limp, of any kind of shortness, of anything that the children might be in the need of. You do recognize that, listen, when Jesus performed, I know I said it before, some of y'all catch it after about 7 times, when Jesus performed miracles, the real issue was not about him doing the miracle of the lame to walk and the dumb to talk and the blind to see and getting dead folk out. It was about, listen, the folk around them seeing. Now, I'm certain that whomever the individual was, such as like the guy who was at the pool of Bethesda for 38 long years, the Bible says there was some 5 porches upon each of the porches that there lay the lame, the withered, and the halt. All these different people with all manner of illnesses. Now, I'm sure that the guy with the 38, been there for 38 years, feel like, I'm so glad I'm the one he healed. I'm sure this guy feel like I'm the one, I'm so glad that he chose me. But please understand that when Jesus performed the miracle, it really wasn't so much about that particular individual. It was about Jesus showing that I'm really deity. You got to see that and understand that about Jesus. As if to say to people that, listen, it ain't about any particular specific kind of illness that I'm about here trying to just do the miracle scene, whatever. It's about convincing you of who I am. And listen, there are some people that, listen, it's a sad, really, it's a really sad issue within the confines of the Christian community. I know that, thank God for the people like the many hands and what have you that lay hands and all that kind of stuff, whatever. But to be honest, what he's really saying is that if you got to see some kind of sign, listen, you're not really where you ought to be. Listen, you're not really, get this, y'all, you're not really a blessed man. You got to understand what a blessed man is. Somebody think that a blessed man is just when you got trinkets, cars, and money, and all that kind of stuff. No, baby, a blessed man is one that can be broke, busted, disgusted, ain't to be trusted, don't have a dime to the name, but will say, you know what, I trust God that somehow he's going to make a way. That's the difference between a blessed man and a man who just got some stuff. Does anybody understand that? And so the real issue is that you got to navigate and get through all of I love this word, the minutia, and all of this stuff in life to understanding that what it's really about is recognizing that, listen, if I'm up, if I'm down, if I'm in, if I'm out, if I'm well, if I'm sick, great is thy faithfulness in all the earth. New mornings, his mercies are new. That means every morning that I get up, I say, Lord, I thank you for the mercy for this day, because I know on yesterday I came short of your glory. But look at here, the sun is in the sky. You let me see a brand new day. It's not because I've been good. Snap somebody and say, his mercy, baby. His mercy got you up. Does anybody understand that? So I'll tell you about the first one. Listen, number one, a noble father focused on the Lord. Second was, his noble father felt his limits or limitations. In other words, he knew that, listen, now I told you, recognize that, look, miracles ain't about those one particular individual. Now look, Jesus does what he does to show who he is, all right? But now watch this now. This guy knew that the Bible says here, his son wasn't just, he wasn't just ill. This fever, what the Bible says, he was sick unto